Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel, Cape Cod Like a Local. If you're planning to move in 2026, we're going to give you some tips on how to reduce your stress to get the maximum return for your sale of your home and also be more competitive when the time comes to make your move. Here's exactly what you should do when the time comes. When it comes to credit and credit optimization, there's no time like the present. So you could start working with a financial advisor, your mortgage professional, to start positioning yourself if you're buying on the other end. Just to have them pull your credit report and have them coach you through how to really optimize your credit report and your credit score. Things like fixing late payments, removing things that don't belong on your credit report, paying down credit cards below the 50% mark, possibly even down to about 10%, could help boost your credit. Don't assume canceling a credit card will help. That's not a good move. It's also important to know exactly what your net proceeds will look like after the sale, and your realtor can help you with that. It's also a great idea to hire your real estate team early. Start interviewing now and make sure you get the right team. You're going to want to ask questions like around their experience in your particular area. Talk about marketing, strategy, pricing, improvements, what improvements they'd recommend, what improvements they don't think you should tackle, because not every improvement gives you a dollar for dollar return. So a good real estate team should be able to guide you through all of that and also let you know what your net proceeds would be at the end of the sale. They'll also have lists of vendors that can help you complete any tasks that you need. Number 3 is to start knocking out some strategic home improvements. The simple things like decluttering, small touch-ups, small repairs that are necessary for your home to shine in its best possible light. Paint the high-impact areas. If there's a great room or an open kitchen, living, dining room, paint those in high-impact colors. Neutral, bright, to bring the sunlight in. That will give you a lot of wow factor when someone walks into your home. You could also update fixtures and lighting fixtures and things like that. Small improvements sometimes make a big impact. It's good to start early, taking care of your deferred maintenance. Cape Cod is famous for, the bottoms of corner boards or the corner ends of the rake boards having a little bit of rot. It happens, but it's good to just knock that stuff out beforehand. The more little things come up in a home inspection or that a buyer may see, the more they worry about what they're not seeing. So take care of those little things before they become a big problem and before you're under the gun. Start knocking them out now. Another big thing on Cape Cod is get your septic inspected sooner than later. Title V issues can really derail a sale. You're going to want to know if you need an expensive replacement or just some parts updated on your septic system, because a replacement could mean it needs to be moved or it needs to be elevated. So that's good to know right up front, because a change like that could definitely derail your sale. That report's good for 2 years, so you might as well get it done sooner than later. Next, it's a great idea to start saving for some of the expenses. Moves are expensive, and if you start saving now, just a couple $100 a month even will give you a little bit of a cushion when the time comes to pay for some of those moving costs. Movers, down payment on the next house, some of the taxes and things that go along with buying and selling a home. So it's good to start that now so you're prepared. Again, financial surprises just add to the stress level of moving, and moving can be stressful under the best of circumstances. Next, you should start decluttering and prepping it to show well. Buyers like bright open spaces, that they're not in love with furniture and stuff. So if you could start decluttering, start labeling bins now. It's much better to have all your bins stacked against a basement wall or a garage wall than to have all this stuff all over the house. What you want to do is create a bright, open, inviting space. The bigger the space feels, the more they're going to like it. So you can start doing that by decluttering now and label everything so it's easy to find later. Next, you want to get your paperwork organized. Things like warranties on anything, if you've had the roof replaced or the furnace, or service records for anything you've had serviced. You can also go to the town and make sure that everything you've done has been permitted and that those permits are closed out so that that doesn't come up as a surprise along the way. So it's really good to just have all your documentation. If you have solar, it's good to have all that documentation of, if it's leased, what's the monthly payment on the lease? And then what have the energy savings been? What's your monthly energy bill? Many, many times that's a big plus for people when they realize they might have an electric bill that's only a few $100s a year. And on the buy side, you're going to want to have your credit in order. You're going to want to have all your financial details documented. You're going to want to have a paper trail for deposit money. So really get your financial ducks in order for that, and that way that makes that transition much, much smoother. Next, you can start tracking the market, your local market now. As a realtor, a lot of times I put my sellers on a market feed. So they're getting listings like they would be a potential buyer for their own home. That shows them what the competition is like. It lets them see changes and shifts in the market, because on Cape Cod, micro markets like in this price range might not change much, but this one might change quite a bit and very fast. So if you're set up like that, you can see what's going on for your specific home in your specific area, and you can keep up on that so that when the time comes to sell, you know exactly what to expect, and you and your realtor can have a good conversation around value and marketing and what you can expect. You can also stay on top of the mortgage rates and what's going on there, and start working with your lender early to understand what's the best financial strategy, what type of loan works for you with the down payment and the terms and everything else. So really, you can become an expert in your very niche very quickly, which will bring down the stress level. It'll keep you better prepared, and it will help you, your realtor, and your mortgage broker to really optimize your sell and your buy side. So if 2026 is your year, start doing these things so you'll walk into that market prepared, in control, and ready to get the best possible result. If you like this info and you think it'd be helpful and you want to start getting your plan together now, just DM us 2026 and we'll send you our pre-listing prep list. We'll see you next week on Cape Cod Like a Local.